was hoping I'd have more to say about this one, but fortunately, I don't. This is going to be a pretty short review. Welcome back to the Animation Station. Welcome to my little humble abode. I got the machine going, but just for the lights. And well, let's talk about Killers of the Flower Moon. I was expecting this movie to be great, especially after all the overwhelming praise I saw online, but unfortunately, I found this movie boring. Not bad, boring. I can tell the performances are good, I can tell the cinematography is good, the directing, it's Martin Scorsese, of course it's going to be good. The writing's fine, the story's fine, the plot's fine. But the pacing is an absolute mess. It's so slow, it's so tedious. The runtime of 3 hours is absolutely fucking obnoxious. Unlike Oppenheimer, where I was able to sit through all 3 hours because it was an actual compelling story, this bored the fucking shit out of me. And look, I know this is probably going to be a controversial opinion, but simply, this movie's not for me. Nothing more, nothing less. It's gonna have its fans. It's gonna have those people that are really into it. I'm just not one of them. It's probably one of those movies you have to be like a visionary artiste to understand. But me, I go to a movie to be entertained. I was not entertained by this movie. It was dull, it was tedious, it was boring, and I just don't want to watch it again. It's not going on the worst list, nor is it going on the most disappointing list, because I didn't really have much expectation for it, and I pretty much got nothing from it. It's just a Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and just like most of his catalog, it's just not for me. He's a good actor. I acknowledge 100% that he's a very good actor, but this movie's just not for me. It just didn't work for me, and the whole 3 hours I was sitting there trying not to fall asleep in my chair. So, I definitely recommend you go see Five Nights at Freddy's over this, and I am disappointed, but I'm not so cataclysmically disappointed to the point of saying, this is one of, the worst movies of all the year, or whatever. It's not freaking Flash, but it is, sadly, in my opinion, just not good. It is extremely tedious. It is super boring, and the entire time I just was waiting for it to end. And by the time it ended, I was just ready to get up and get out of there. So, final verdict for this absolute snoozer is a 5 out of 10. It is decent. It's fine. I can tell that it has effort put into it, but it is not for me. Not at all. And considering how much I like westerns, that's saying a lot. This is one of the most boring westerns I've ever sat through. It's not going on the most disappointing list, and it's not going on the worst list. It's just average. I'm glad it's doing well because Scorsese is a really good director, but this movie's just not for me. If it's your kind of thing, have at it, enjoy it, and if you're able to actually sit through all 3 hours without falling asleep in your chair, you have all the respect in the world from me. As for me, well, I'm never watching this movie again, and I'm probably going to forget it exists by the next month and a half or so. So, yeah, unfortunately, just not a good movie, and it's a bummer, but it's whatever. I went in with little to no expectation, I came out with little to no expectation, so it is what it is, man. You just always have to have one of them. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time when we talk about, I believe it's Pain Hustlers next. Yeah. See you next time for Pain Hustlers.